Hi, hello everyone. This is your Ragvi Deva. I hope all are doing good. Today we are going to see the topic is about Faraday's law. As we familiar from our 12th standard physics, the basic concepts of Faraday's law of electromagnetic inductions. Today we have the quick revision of that 12th standard physics concepts, Faraday's law. So actually, earlier days we know about if you have a conductor, it to be connected with the source, there exists the flow of electrons. So once the flow of electron begins, there we experience the electric field. Then later, one more scientist like Oyster find that whenever we experience the electric field, there we experience the magnetic field too. So that is realized by our one of the scientists, Oyster. And then later, one more scientist, our Faraday's, discovered that so whenever there is change in magnetic flux linked with that, they induce the voltage to the nearby conductor. So it is discovered by our Faraday's. So he experienced their statement with two cases. Uh, Here you see the diagram, right? So in this diagram, so I have a coil. That coil should be connected with a meter, and it have nearby magnet, right? So one more case, they have the coil that should be connected with the source, and nearby have one more coil that should be connected with the galvanometer. So they to the case he tried to prove the statement of whenever there is change in magnetic flux, there we can induce the EMF to the nearby conductor. So here I take first cases the coil with ammeter connections, and nearby I place the magnet. So basically the bar magnet have the effects of experience the effect of magnetic field. It produce magnetic field to the certain region. So here I just take a magnet. It from south to north pole we have some circular path. So that circular path is the magnetic field. That magnetic field experience, with that experience we conclude that EMF induced in the nearby coil, right? So that EMF induced we can identify with the help of a meter. How it means? So here we have bar magnet. It to be placed close to the coil, right? So if we just moving the bar magnet towards the coil means there it experience the magnetic flux as a high value. So it started to flow towards nearby that coils. So there we experience a high magnetic flux linkage. So magnetic flux increases, so that the linkage causes to induce the voltage to the nearby turns of the coil. So that EMF induced which causes the electrons to flow, that there we experience the electric field. So suppose if I just move the magnet away from the coil, so the magnetic flux started to decrease. So that started to decrease, like EMF is also started to decrease, that induced EMF is also started to decrease. So the current flows in the opposite directions. So, or else, if we place the magnet as a stationary one, there is no change in flux, there is no induced EMF, there is no current to flow. So, this is the statement the Faraday's try to conclude here. So, you see, with the statement EMF induced in any closed circuits is equal to the rate of change of flux linked by that circuit, with the three case of experience. Like first thing is that you have to move the bar magnet towards the coil, then make a bar magnet move away from the coil, then we keep bar magnet as a stationary one, then there is no momentum of bar magnet. So in this three different cases we experience three different concepts of magnetic flux. First cases we experience high magnetic flux, second cases we experience low magnetic flux, third case we experience there is no change in magnetic flux. Whenever, so Faraday's try to conclude that whenever we experience the change in magnetic flux, it causes that change in magnetic flux linkage with the nearby coil, it induced the voltage to that coil. So that coil started to the flow of electrons. Then there is we have the current to flow. So if you move the coil towards the if we move the magnet towards the coil with the ammeter, we can identify the increased flow of current. If we move the magnet away from the coil in the ammeter which is connected to the coil, we experience the decreased amount of current. So here given statement as EMF induced in any closed circuits is equal to the rate of change of flux. So that is the thing the Faraday's try to conclude. So with that statement, we'll go with the formula that E represents as the induced EMF, which is equal to d pi divided by dt, which means the change in magnetic flux with respect to time period it causes, that is directly proportional, right? So that proportionality, if you remove the proportionality, we represent with one constant. Here we replace as n. So n is number of turns of the coil, and here negative sign indicates that always induced EMF oppose the flux. If the flux start to increase, that induced voltage try to oppose that increase in magnetic flux. Suppose the magnetic flux decreases, the induced EMF start to increase the magnetic flux. So that the case we have some classification under induced EMF. So here we have two types of classification, one as transformer EMF, one as motional EMF. Like for two cases we experience how the induced EMF explore here. So in this case, first case transformer EMF. In this case, I just consider the loop. So this is a closed path, So the closed path we can call it as here as loop. Here that loop is a stationary one. So that stationary loop we place in the time varying magnetic field. Here the arrow indicates that time varying magnetic field. So in transformer cases, we keep the circuit. That loop is considered as a circuit. That is the stationary one. So that loop we have to fix it in the presence of time varying magnetic field. So here it experience the induced EMF, right? The EMF get induced in that stationary loop with time varying change in magnetic field. Just imagine this is like coil connected with the source, right? So that the circuits I placed in the presence of magnetic field. So in this we are changing the magnetic field, not a we are changing the magnetic field alone. We keep the circuit as a stationary. There the case we experience the induced EMF in that circuit. So that induced EMF is called transformer EMF. So here from Faraday's law we know the expression E is equal to minus n into d pi divided by dt. You just assume that where n is equal to 1. So that equations can be written as E equal to minus d pi divided by dt. And we know the EMF can also be written as, it can be induced in the closed path. It can be written as integral over the closed path E vector into dl, right? So the E can be written as integral of E into dl, where r pi magnetic flux, it can be written as integral of v vector into ds, that is magnetic flux through the surface. So two terms here we are going to change, one as E and one as pi value. E can be written as integral of E into dl, where pi can be written as integral of v into ds. So in this equations I replace that term, like this is the equations. One part of left side is line integral, right part is surface integral. I have to apply the Stokes theorem to convert line into surface integral. So line, if you changed into surface, that will be written as del cross E. So here you see del cross E. Integral of E into dl can be written as integral of del cross E into ds. So which is equal to, again, d by dt can be written into dou b divided by dou t, because it's a partial derivation, so it can be written like dou b divided by dou t. Okay, so I can get the equation By comparing this above equations, I can change del cross E equal to minus dou B divided by dou T. This is Maxwell's equation in differential form. Previous one is Maxwell equation in integral form. And one more type of induced EMF under the classifications we have as motional EMF. So previous cases we fix the loop as a stationary and we are changing the magnetic field. But here we keep our magnetic field as a fixed one and we change the loop. We are moving the loop, right? This is the concept. Here we have a closed form of circle, that is we are considering loop, that is like circuit. So we are changing, we are moving the circuits in the presence of stationary magnetic field. There the case 2, right? There the case 2, it experiences the induced EMF because our concept is whenever we are changing magnetic flux, we can able to induce the EMF, right? So I can able to do two cases. One, as I keep circuit as a fixed one, changing the magnetic field, or else changing the loop, changing the circuit and keep magnetic field as a fixed one. So this is the case. Here if you moving the loop, excuse me, the charge q, right, it's moving with velocity in the presence of magnetic field. So it also we studied as early the concept of magnetic force, right? So in the presence of magnetic fields, the charge moving with the velocity, it will be expressed as Fm equal to q into v cross b. This equations, from this equations I can find the motional electric field, right? So whenever we find the electric field, we force experience a force on the charge, right? So that concepts to be written as em equal to fm by q, where fm is equal to q into v cross b divided by q. So in this, q cancel each other, so the expression can be changed into em equal to v cross b. Finally we derive the motional emf, integral of em into dl, which is equal to v cross b into dl.